Since we have so many sour cherries, I'm also making a sour cherry tart. It's one of our favorite desserts, so we are looking forward to this. Most of the time I don't use a special baking sheet for tarts and pies, but I just create this rim that's higher, so you have a place to put the filling in. And it's easier and faster this way. Here I have ground almonds and I put them here on the dough first before the filling. It's nice, they soak in the extra moisture a little bit and it's just good to have them here. And now, when the almonds are here, I will put this filling made of sour cherries and, of course, sugar. There is a bit of flour, so it thickens. And I will just pour it here. Okay, and it looks like these sour cherries are too juicy. So, not even the almonds will help. I should have made the rim higher, but oh well, sometimes my fillings overflow during baking, but that's okay, everything will be alright. So basically you can use whichever fruits you have, you just adjust the amount of sugar. When you have sweeter berries or something, then you add less. When you have more sour berries, you add more sugar. And that's basically it. I will just put this in the oven and then we just need to wait. I have moved this on a normal baking pan. The filling is flowing. Oh well, here we have a preheated oven and we will bake this approximately 45 minutes. And this is the result. I think it looks very nice. And it's yummy. Quite sour, but that's what sour cherries are about. So it's normal, so I recommend, guys.
The sunflowers have started blooming. These grew here on their own from last year's seeds. I had to remove a lot of them because we have other things growing here. And I was worried even to keep these here, but fortunately they are somewhat smaller than they were last year, maybe because they have less space. So I decided to keep them here because it looks like they will live in harmony with our other veggies.
Yeah.
So that's good. The asparagus especially, I was worried about because there are some sunflowers very close, but there's enough space between them, I think, for this year. But next year I will have to figure out some other place to put them.
Yeah.
But I actually replanted some of them on the other side of the garden, I can show you. And they are growing there and they are even smaller because they don't like being transplanted. So they are more compact, which I like.
Yeah, they look cuter.
Here are the ones which I transplanted. It's small and full of flowers. So it's like one big ball of sunflower blooms. And they are very attractive to honeybees. So I see always a lot of them.
Yeah, I got one. It's here, eating or feasting or something. And the middles of the flowers, here they are yellow and sometimes they are brown. Is that as they are getting more mature or it's a different maybe variety?
I don't know. Maybe it's completely random, like things are in nature. Because I remember I bought some varieties, but then something completely different grew out of them. So I don't know anymore. It can be anything. There are more here, but these haven't started flowering yet. But they are getting ready, and again they will have a lot of blooms and are staying small because they have less space to grow as well.
Yeah.
I put them here next to the tomatoes, and there are also beans here. For the first time this year we have beans with red flowers, red blooms. We used to have white ones, so that's also something new which I like.
And they are very big. They've been growing nicely.
Yeah, this one.
Cool. So maybe we will be able to climb to the sky in a
Maybe.
few months or something.
Like Jack.
But I'm glad a lot of beauty is still coming from the sunflowers. They are really prominent in the garden when they bloom because the colors are vibrant and it's like having more suns in the garden. It's been almost 3 weeks since the thunderstorm with hail, and we've been watering constantly because we are again in a drought. But today a cold front is coming and it should bring thunderstorms. We'll see what happens. These are them, so they are close now, but it's not a compact line. And usually there is a break in the line which goes onto us, that happens to us. So we get just little rain. So we'll see what happens today, but we are expecting strong wind gusts in the thunderstorms today. There are conditions for strong wind gusts, so it could be another disaster. Hopefully not. Wish us luck that there is rain. We need that, we want that. So I'm hoping, I'm hypnotizing the clouds, and in less than 1 hour it should be here in some unknown form. So even as a meteorologist, like, you never know which cloud exactly hits you. So yeah, we'll see when it's here. I'm going to make a sour cherry jam. I picked the last sour cherries on the tree. These are them blended. They have a lot of juice, no added water or anything, and wow. And making a jam in general is easy. You just add fruits and a lot of sugar. Usually for 1 kilogram of fruits, you add 700 grams to 1 kilogram of sugar. Here I have quite a lot. And you cook everything until it thickens. That's the general idea. But some fruits have quite a lot of natural pectin, which is a thing that makes the jam thick naturally. Not sure about sour cherries. I think they don't have a lot of pectin, so I will have to cook them for quite some time for it to thicken. Water needs to evaporate, and only then later I will add the sugar. Of course, I removed the pits from the sour cherries and I blended them a little bit, so yeah, it's better consistency. I've been cooking this for 15 minutes. It's still quite liquid, but oh well. I'm going to add sugar now, and I will continue cooking this for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes The sugar needs to dissolve, of course. Wow, it's a lot of sugar. But you need sugar to preserve things, so that's how it is. Okay, it looks like this went fast. The sugar is dissolved and we are back to very liquid consistency. This is the first time I'm trying to make a sour cherry jam, so I don't know what will happen. We just need to wait and see. I've been cooking this for 40 minutes already, from the point when I added sugar. So here I have a cold plate, it was in the freezer, and now I'm going to do a test. I will put a small amount here, and we shall see how it sets or something. It looks quite flowy. And now I should run a finger through this, like this, and the line should stay clear, like it is kinda, it's not flowing there. I don't know. Now I messed it up. But yeah, it kinda looks like jam. And it's good. I think just a few more minutes and it will be done. Okay, I think we are done here. So now I will transfer this from the pan here, so I can, like, this is easier to put into jars then. This will be a mess. It always is. I don't even know how to film this, so you see something. Tommy is outside working, so I have to figure out the angle. Okay, it's flowing. Wow, it's a lot. Oh my god. Not all at once. And I will just start pouring this into jars. I will probably need more jars. We'll see. Wow! Oh my god, wow, it's so hot and it's splashing. Crazy. Very, very hot. I am sealing the jars now. They are very, very hot, and I always turn them upside down for maybe 5 minutes. It will sterilize everything, like they were clean and everything, but this is how it's done here in the Czech Republic. So I am doing it, and yeah, I'm glad this is done. So hopefully it's yummy. So in the end, for this amount, I used almost 1300 grams of sour cherries and 1 kilogram of sugar. And this is the amount we got. And after a while, I am leaking out everything. And it's so good. So this is a success. And the consistency here is also very nice, very jammy. So that's how it should be. I'm very glad about that. Yummy. For now, there is a small rain shower. It's coming onto us, but very small, so we'll see if it will be something. And then a few more thunderstorms are developing. So yeah, we are still hoping, fingers crossed. Okay, I'm back here. Nothing happened. We call this amount of precipitation unmeasurable. so 0.0 millimeters. Only the bench is wet. I wanted to sit here and watch the sky, but yeah, I would be wet, so that's the only thing that this rain shower caused. There is a thunderstorm there. It's thundering, but this one is not coming onto us, sadly. And yeah, I'm sad. 20 minutes later, this looks great too, but sadly, this one is also not coming onto us. We need something there, and it's not happening much. And this is the last chance. When this passes, the whole area of showers and thunderstorms will be over. So, oh my god, I want rain. Okay, so this is over. The cold front is gone. We are getting light rain only, so this is not a substantial amount for our garden, but of course it's better than nothing. There were some wind gusts, but they were over very quickly, so that's nice. No damage in our garden. But yeah, this was again a disappointment. I'm straining the second batch of wine, the sour cherry wine. This one was in the fermentation bucket for shorter time, only for 6 days. It's a different approach, but the juice from the fruits is already it's gone from the fruits and it's in the water, in the must, so it should be nice. The color is different than the current wine. It's lighter shade of red. Not very visible here under the artificial lighting in the kitchen, but I can see a difference. This time I have totally enough. No scrambling to get more. I'm putting the airlock in and I'll be able to also taste some young sour cherry wine, so I'm curious about the taste. So I have quite a lot left here. Tommy can't taste this because we are driving to the city today in the evening. Oh well, so it's just for me. It looks very murky. The color is nice red, I think, and this is young wine, so it should still be sweet, and I don't know. Let's taste this. Wow, wow, this is great. I can totally taste sour cherries. It's not very sour though. It's nicely sweet and wow, I already can imagine the finished wine. This will be amazing. Always when the batch is smaller, that one is better. But we'll see about the current wine. That one is also doing well, so it's nice. But this one, wow. Here in the demijohn is the current wine. So no foam or anything. It's bubbling gently. Everything is going well. But when I tasted tiny leftovers, because there was nothing left, I had to add more currant juice instead. It was kinda quite sour, so I'm curious about this, if the sourness will disappear or what will happen. But I tasted only a very, very, very tiny amount, like a few drops. So yeah, I don't know. I am picking sea buckthorn. I would say this is the hardest berry to pick because these berries are small. It goes very slowly and there are thorns everywhere, so it can hurt you, and you squeeze some of them and the juice is it's like acid, I would say. And when you puncture your skin on the thorns a little bit, then the juice, like, it stinks where it flows in the wound, and sometimes you can even feel it even when there are no punctures on your skin. Like, the juice is so strong. So this is not fun at all. You spend a lot of time here, and we have to have these netting everywhere because the birds would eat it in seconds. They love it, absolutely. And yeah, it seems like I'm complaining, but I just wanted to say that it's difficult, but it is still worth it because these berries, sea buckthorn, it's amazing. The taste is very strong and it's full of vitamin C, and like, it's great to have them. It's just difficult. If I had to sell them, the price would be very high because it's so labor intensive to pick them. So I'm not enjoying this, but then when they are picked, I enjoy that a lot. I am done for today. I wanted to show you that we have more areas of sea buckthorns in the garden, and this is how they look when they are not covered with netting. Everything is gone completely. Like, this was full of berries, and then a flock of starlings comes, and then boom, and it's gone. So we don't cover all of them, so they can eat some of the berries, but we also want to have something, so it's necessary to have the netting. So yeah, this is today's harvest. I spent a lot of time there, and it's just a small bowl, but it's moderately heavy, so it's a nice amount, I guess. They are very sour, so they are not for eating raw, but we always make a drink from these sea buckthorns with a bit of sugar or honey, and that's amazing. It's deluxe. Rich people should drink this. I imagine, like, they do, because it's so amazing. So when we have these berries, I feel rich. And I also plan to make wine from them, and yeah, so they are great for processing to something. I just wanted to explain.